spotlight. Taehyung in silence. The Celine Menswear 2025 fashion show has ended with a thunderous round of applause and intoxicating camera flashes. But one name and one figure still lingers in the memory of anyone present. Kim Taehyung, or what the world knows as BTS's V. Taehyung stepped onto Celine's red carpet like someone from the future. Stylish, bold, and unpredictable. She wore a long black coat with silver accents that shimmered softly in the light. Her hair is neatly combed back, revealing a sharp jawline and deep-set eyes. Each step is recorded like a graceful piece of visual poetry. As the lights began to go out and the invitees left the venue one by one, many thought Taehyung would go straight back to his hotel. But in fact, he did not just disappear behind the curtain of managers and staff. He actually extended his stay in Paris, discreetly, but very noticeable to those who noticed. Paris, who usually doesn't care about fame, even got hooked. Local media began tracking him, fans watched every corner of the city, and even locals began to recognize the silhouette of a tall Korean man in a hoodie and a black mask who is often seen walking alone. A famous fashion photographer from France mentioned in his tweet, "There's something poetic about seeing BTS walking down the street of Paris after a fashion show. He doesn't just wear fashion, he becomes a moving piece of it." When all the celebrities chose to return immediately after Fashion Week, Taehyung instead chose to stay, as if Paris had not finished writing her story with him. Café in Le Marais, behind a grey hoodie. That night it rained slowly, drenching the stone pavements of the Le Marais quarter, an old district of Paris full of history and art galleries. Amid the cool atmosphere and the smell of coffee from every corner, one figure sits alone in an artistic café. He wore a grey hoodie, loose-cut casual pants, and a black beanie hat. From a distance, it may look ordinary. But for those who know, it is BTS. No crew, no staff, just himself and a book in hand. The barista who served the evening told the story. "I didn't realize who he was until my friend showed me his Instagram account. I ordered a coffee and lemon tart. Very polite. He even said, 'Merci beaucoup,' with a very soft pronunciation." Taehyung is seen turning page after page of Le Petit Prince, a classic French tale that epitomizes the search for meaning in life and beauty in the little things. It is symbolic, because he is also enjoying small moments that can only be felt by those who slow down in a city as fast as Paris. Local fans who happened to recognize him did not dare to approach. There was a kind of peaceful aura that enveloped her figure that night. They just take pictures from a distance, and share them on social media with captions like, "He looked like a painting. The way he just sat there, sipping coffee and reading. It was magical." A short video recording Taehyung lifting a cup and staring out the window went viral in a matter of hours. Without saying a word, it became the talk of the town. Interestingly, Taehyung doesn't seem to mind being caught on camera, as long as it's done with respect. He remained in the same place for more than an hour, enjoying the rain, coffee, and the freedom of being a normal human being. Silent steps on the Rue Saint-Honoré. The next morning, the Paris sky was still cloudy, but the atmosphere of the city still exudes an aura of elegance that never goes out. On one of the most exclusive fashion streets in Paris, Rue Saint-Honoré, Taehyung is back in sight. This time without a hoodie and hat, but with a dark leather jacket, neat black pants and clean white sneakers. Some boutique visitors who saw it suddenly froze. He got into one of the exclusive perfume shops, a place where few people knew about his existence. A boutique staff enthusiastically conveyed his first impression. "He's very calm. Ask for advice perfume with notes of wood and tobacco. We offer a limited collection." And he chose one without much question. It just says, "This smells like a memory." Its presence on the streets of Rue Saint-Honoré made the flow of visitors increase drastically the next day. Small shops began to paste pictures of Taehyung as a form of pride. Paris was no longer a foreign city to him. It moves from one point to another like someone who has known each corner for a long time. No guards, no gimmicks. It's just walking, looking, and absorbing. Museum d'Orsay and deep contemplation. The third day in Paris, the virtual world again uproar. Taehyung is seen at the Musée d'Orsay, an art museum known for the world's largest collection of Impressionists and Post-Impressionists. He spent hours inside, without rushing. One of the visitors from Japan accidentally recorded Taehyung standing for a long time in front of Van Gogh's painting Starry Night over the Rhone. In the now viral video, Taehyung appears to be standing upright with his hands in his pockets, saying nothing. But his facial expression said a lot. Netizens' eyes immediately fell on how he was so dissolved in the art world. A cultural observer called, "Taehyung doesn't just enjoy art. He had a conversation with her." That evening, Korean and French media both reported on the visit. They highlight how Taehyung is reviving the museum's appeal to the younger generation. An evening with French friends. On the fourth day, he was no longer alone. Some photos show V sitting in a rooftop bar with a young man with a European face. After being traced, the man was Lucien, a French photographer and artist who had worked with famous fashion houses. The two looked very familiar, chuckling while looking at the city lights from a height. Many wonder, is this a personal friendship or an early form of artistic collaboration? A nearby source said, they met during a photo session for Celine. Since then, they have maintained communication. Lucien loves the V concept, which always combines art and self-expression. Gallery of secrets and mysterious projects. On the fifth day, Taehyung visits an underground gallery in Montmartre. There is no official publication. There is only a blurry photo from the camera of an art student who saw him walking into an old building without a cross. It is said that in the gallery an exhibition of contemporary art from young European painters is taking place. Not a few speculated that Taehyung was designing a personal visual project. Fans speculate sharply. Will this be a new photo book? Or even a private art exhibition? V. Inspiring silent interactions. During his time in Paris, what made fans love him even more was the way he remained humble and calm. On many occasions, despite being well known by fans, Taehyung simply smiled and waved from a distance. Never shy away, nor seek the stage. A fan from Hong Kong said, "I cried watching him from afar in the Montorgueil café. He looks very peaceful. I don't want to bother him. But it feels like a dream to be able to see it firsthand." The decision to stay. Time goes on, but Taehyung hasn't returned to Korea yet. The army began creating the hashtag Taehyung stay in Paris as a form of support. Many say that perhaps Paris was a healing place for him. He was even seen walking along the Seine River alone at dusk. No cameras, no hustle and bustle. Only himself, the city and the sky turned red. Speculation: mini-concert or music video. Taehyung's long presence in Paris has led to theories that he may be filming a music video, or even an exclusive small concert to be held privately in a gallery or small theater. There is no confirmation, but fans are already on alert. A number of fanbase accounts have started to follow every move, and several spots in Paris have now been flagged as potential filming locations. Traces that will not be deleted. Paris has become another stage for Taehyung, but not a glamorous stage built by cameras. Rather, it is an emotional stage created by silence, art, and taste. Every place he goes now has a memory. Each of his steps forms a new narrative about a man exploring his own world. And now, when he's finally scheduled to return to Korea, Paris feels empty. But one thing is certain: Taehyung's trail will never completely disappear from this city. It has become part of the heart of Paris.